Well, I would like to give some clarifications of what is happening in Sudan currently, because as we are all aware, in Sudan right now, we have this sense of media war. People are giving, suggestions. They're giving rare informations. They are not giving the full informations in the ground. So I'm here today to clarify a very sensitive issues. One of my issues that I want to clarify is that how Sudanese government reached to the point of defense and chose to fight these rebels. Here, I would like to say there is a lot of confusion in the media, because some people are saying that this war is a civil war, but that is not true. It's not a civil war. But I will explain each and everything today. So, and this message I want to send it specifically to African Union and all African people, more especially in northern part and eastern part, and even here the East Africa. I want to send this message. It is quite important. I'm requesting whoever is watching this video, please share it, because it is very important. Okay, please share this video so that we can share the informations among ourselves. All right. I was like, how Sudanese people reach to the point of defense, to defend itself, because Sudanese army, it has the legal right to defend itself. Now here, what I wanted to say, because as we all aware nowadays, people are saying this war because of this and because of that, this army, Sudanese army, they're always killers, and they're giving a lot of opinions which are not true. So let me explain for you how this war started. Well, first and foremost, this war, as we all aware, it is a massive war. People are intimidated all over the country, and there is a lot of miserable situations on the ground. Now let me explain how this war started and who shot their first bullet. So last year in 2022, they have signed an agreement in Sudan between Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, His Excellency, and these political leaders, the politicians, and this root person, Hemeti, the commander of Rapid Support Forces. So they had a framework agreement, and in the documents of that agreement, they have agreed upon several issues. One of that important agreements that they have agreed upon, one is the consultation of these soldiers of Rapid Support Forces to reintegrate them in Sudanese army, to be only one army in the country, so that the Sudanese army ensure that these people are stable and the country is stable. This is the one fundamental issues they have agreed upon. And then secondly, the transformation of power. They want to transform military power into civilian power. As we all aware, Sudan is captured by military power. So they wanted to transform this military power to civilian government. And you know, in Africa, this one is very hard. More specifically, this one, the transformation of power. If you want to transform a military government, an army government, to civilian government, it is elephant in the room. It is very hard. You know, it is very hard. So these were the two issues, okay? And more specifically, the issue of reintegration of these armies actually annoyed the rapid support, the command of rapid support forces. He was very annoyed. He doesn't want to reintegrate his his soldiers. He wanted to be independent, to do whatever he wanted to do, and Sudanese army reject that one. So this one was the big issue of misunderstanding, and some people are saying this one, it is the main part of this chaos which is happening in Sudan, but this is not the main. Okay, this war which is happening currently in Sudan, it is not just as simple as very many people think. It's not like just two generals are fighting. No, it is broader global power. It is broader global power struggle. There are a lot of countries have personal interest in this war. Okay, even regionally, even the countries who bordered Sudan. You see, which countries which bordered Sudan, they also have personal interest. That's why they are just saying this is just the war between two generals, but which is not true. Okay, so in this point, before 3 months ago, Hemeti, he was moving freely all over the country, and His Excellency Abdel Fattah al-Burhan told him not to move, because as a government we have our instruction, so you have to follow them. You didn't need to just move wherever you wanted to go. That is unacceptable. And the guy was insisting to move. So up to he reached before two days. Before 2 days of this chaos took place in Sudan, he reached to the army airline forces. He reached to the airport of army air forces. He went to there, and Mr. President told him not to go there. So he insisted to go there. Okay, but he was just looking for a reason to fight. Okay, he was looking for a reason, by the way. So he reached there. Then the second day, he went to international airport in Khartoum. He went to international airport in Khartoum, and they killed some civilian people there in the airport, and they burned So they burnt like two plane there. Then after that, they attack the Republic Palace of Sudan, where Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Burhan is. They attacked him. They killed 35 of bodyguards. 35 of bodyguards which are belong to Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. They were targeting Mr. President to kill him. They were targeting Mr. President. So now here, who started the war? Who started the war? It's Hemeti. Is the one who started this war. Okay? So this kind of hypocrisy in media, these are useless. They are useless. They are just lying, telling people that this war is just between these people, and this war because of transformation of power, they wanted to transform their power to civilian democratic government, and that was not the main reason. This a clarification about how the war started. Then secondly, who was supporting and inciting Hemeti, the commander of Rapid Support Forces, to fight? Who was insisting and who was supporting him and inciting him to reach to this point? One is these politicians. Politicians, I call them power-hungry people. They always wanted to remain in power. They can struggle for power. Even are thinking about the burdens. So this is the tragic of politicians in Africa, not only in Sudan, but in Africa at large. So the people who were inciting Hemeti to fight Sudanese army, as I've said, political leaders. Then secondly, the U.S. diplomatic convoy, he called FOCA. He was in Sudan. He was acting as the leader of Sudan. So this guy, he came to Sudan after the Great Revolution took place in December 2019. He came in 2021. Abdullah Hamdok, the former prime minister, is the one wrote a letter to UN. He was requesting for Agenda 6. So Agenda 6 basically means to bring, U.S. diplomatic convoy in Sudan. So the guy came, and he was acting as a great pillar of transformation of power. So he was meeting with political leaders, planning, discussing whatever they wanted to do. So this is actually, this war currently has been planned for it long time ago. Okay? Not just someone might come and say this war is just started recently and accidentally. No. It's not accidentally. They have planned for it globally. Very many people have planned for it. So these are the two clarifications about who was supporting and inciting Hemeti to fight Sudanese army. These political leaders and diplomatic convoy of US. Then the third one is the why Sudanese government rejecting any intervention from outside, including African Union. Here I could say Sudan is a very magnificent country. It's a huge country, with a great history, as we all know. And Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, he has the legal right to reject what he wanted to reject and to accept what he wants to accept. This is his legal right, because he's head of state of Sudanese army and Sudanese people. So the reason why Abdel Fattah al-Burhan is rejecting any intervention from outside is because Sudan is a huge country with massive natural resources and powerful military institution. So we don't need any intervention from outside. We can solve it through military power. We don't need to discuss about this. As His Excellency said, we do not need any intervention from outside. So, African people and African Union, you must listen to this. Don't just say that Sudanese army are not allowing us